Yo, what's good, people? Hope you're all doing good. Looking forward to the weekend. I know I am. At the time of recording this, I think it's just crossed midnight and gone into Saturday the 5th of February. So I will probably post this some point later in the day, GMT time. But yeah, this is War 6 of the season. We're up against next one. And my first fight here is up against a spidergwen on path 3. She's got the node where every 10 hits they're going to gain an armor buff, and at the same time there's also a node called static defense, so every time you hit them while they have an armor, they give a chance to get shocked. So of course Moleman is shock immune, he counters her evade. She's also got return policy, but she's not, we're not going to be nullifying any buffs, so that's not going to come into play here. But yeah, the plan is just don't go above 10 monster mass, because obviously that is what you need to have the true accuracy with Moleman. And if I'm triggering Frenzy, obviously do it below that. So really smooth first fight. A fight, yeah, pretty much built for Moleman. As you can see here, we've got a domino fight. This isn't one I'm picking, it's just to show that I've dropped one of my Odin pre-fights there, the shock one. And that one was for my buddy Strands to pick up for his Nimrod as he was about to go take path 9. Now, that's just to show where that one went, and the next two I will actually be using for my next fight, but we'll get to that when we're there. So first up, second up technically in the war, we have a Phoenix here. She's got buff imbalance, so you get weakness debuff on you every time that they gain a buff. She's also got I think is it Optimist or something like that. Basically every buff on her is going to give her attack. And yeah, I mean, Divine Barrier is there as well, but I'm not using a Mystic, so that doesn't really come into play. So again, yeah, not too difficult a fight really. There's just managing high ground, because she is a high ground defender. As you see there as well, I went into Frenzy quite early, so I'm now going to have the weakness debuff stuck on me for a while. But it's not really the end of the world, the damage is going to be good enough. One tip I did get before going into this fight, thanks to Meta, was to actually just bait her special 1. Not really the end of the world. If you don't, I would say. The main idea there is just going to significantly reduce the regen she gets at the end, so obviously it's strongly advised that you do. Then as you see here, I've built up my monster mass again. My Frenzy has finished its cooldown, so throw a special 2. I've got skill power back boosts, not particularly for this fight, but more so the next one, that I felt would be a bit trickier, but it did bring me back up to special 2, and yeah, I ended up just comboing her to death anyway. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, just literally caught dashing back, and yeah, it was just, I don't know, it just felt really weird there. I was trying to dash back and it just didn't quite register. Yeah, had a few of those in recent times just playing the game. I don't know, it's just sometimes it just feels like the game's just not picking up the inputs or reacting really slowly. But yeah, just dashing out there, getting caught, but thankfully it's not going to cost anything at all other than health potions. Yeah, pretty simple solo that. And now for the next fight, which was one I was probably a little bit more worried about. It's Mordo. Gonna throw on an invulnerability boost, of course, because one of the big issues with Mordo anywhere is his power gain. And here, this node has a rich get richer on top of the kind of identity nodes for this particular section 2, path 8, which were Divine Barrier and the buff imbalance weakness again. But he's also got rich get richer, so that's where the Odin pre-fights come in. So yeah, well planned by my officers, just place 2 pre-fights from Odin. I'm not going to get any particular benefit from them in terms of like what they actually do, but they're there for rich get richer, so it's 2 guaranteed buffs on me, which mean that I'll be constantly gaining power rather than Mordo getting it on top of his already existent power gain. So here is another huge thing. Of course, anyone who places pre-fights for themselves or for others in war knows if you're going into a fight with pre-fights, you sure as hell want to back out and just be absolutely sure. So thankfully this is something that's pretty habitual for me now. So I can't remember the last time I've actually had an issue. I've gone into a fight and the pre-fights haven't registered, because I always do this check. But I mean, yeah, who knows, it can still happen, I guess. Bugs be like that, don't they? But yeah, we go into this fight. We've got our invulnerability boost on because, of course, we, well aware with probably, this guy's probably running max MD. We know, like, literally every time I dex and that expires, he's going to gain power. Then also every time he hits into my block and the unstoppable buff triggers, that's going to give him some power. So I was well aware that I can only manage this so much, and there's a chance he'll still get a special 3, particularly if he goes passive and gets the power gain. Moleman's heavy has an absolutely woeful reach, so if he's like passively sitting with power, unless I've got him backed against the wall, it's going to be difficult to get heavy in. But as you see here, it's the fight's had a really good start. Of course, again with Moleman, in this particular one, you want to keep him lower on the monster mass end. You want to keep him below 10 so that you get that true accuracy and Mordo can't evade. Here he gets the power gain I was talking about, it goes passive. He then resists my heavy. I had him against the wall, but stand your ground. Resists my heavy. And I eat a special 3, but it's okay, because this is what we put the invulnerability boost on for. So at this point I just parry, go back in with some combos, and just hold the special 3 in case. As we see here, I'm just like, right, I'm not going to bother trying to bait a special. I can finish him off, miss a parry, then get the one in successfully, and yeah, go for the finish of the special 3. Fight never in doubt. So one key thing actually to mention that I forgot is, going into this fight you do not want to take a special 2 from Mordo because of the soul barb, I believe it's called. So that will do damage to you based on buffs you've got on you. I wouldn't be able to explain exactly how that works. I don't have a lot of knowledge on Mordo in that sense, but I know if you've got buffs on you, you're going to take a lot of damage basically if you eat a special 2. So I was literally told by DLL, like, if you're going to eat a special 3, do not eat the special 2. So all went to plan, everything going smoothly. Bit of a funky war team as well, but I haven't really mentioned, Moleman, Gilly and Odin. Moleman, a champ I love using and have used in war several times, but Gilly, on the other hand, not one I've used for, I think ever on attack pretty much. But thankfully one of the few times I have used her was for Summer of Pain and my Frost, so I had some experience of this kind of matchup between them. And so this is the Rage mini-boss. A lot of the things like return policy and all that aren't going to come into play because I'm not nullifying any of her buffs. I'm also not going to trigger Rage, so I don't have to worry about the extended buffs or anything like that. It is literally a case of beat her till she dies. Like that's pretty much it. There's no really advanced strategy. The main thing is keep my combos going, obviously. So I do not want to heavy or throw any specials because I don't want to trigger Rage. And since I'm not throwing any heavies, I have no combo shields because my Gilly's unduped as well. So yeah, the main thing is not to lose my combo, so I'm playing really safe there. You can see I'm just going to parry or block the first beam hit of the special 1 and then reverse control Dex out of the other. Very comfortable doing that and then going straight in for the punish. So you see there, Dex, and then go straight in for the punish. Of course that Dex is reverse control, so I'm dashing forward and then you know what reverse controls do. I don't need to explain that, but yeah. That's pretty much all there is this fight. The main thing is the damage. So as you can see, we're now just over a minute and a half into this fight. She's gone down 30%, so we're okay. We're okay, we're doing fine for damage. We're of course ramping up as we go on. Gilly really starts to do more damage beyond that 100 combo. So I came into this one with her unramped. There was an offer to ramp her on a previous fight, but I turned it down just simply because the particular fight may have raised more complications for the sake of ramping her, which probably wasn't worth it. And yeah, I had done a couple duels against an Emma Frost with like a lower ranked Gilly, just to get a feel for the fight, and was confident enough that I could do it with her unranked. And yeah, as you can see here, it's going really smooth. Time is ticking on. This is not going to be a fast fight, and I think I've run out of things to say for it, so I'll let the rest of it play out. Little spoiler, we're going to solo and pretty comfortably. I'll come out with nice health. To be fair, we're almost there now as well, because as you see, past 100 hit combo, the damage is really ramping up. But yeah, we'll let it finish out and then be back into the results. Alright, so we bagged our nice clean solo. We ended the war deathless, which is brilliant. Very busy day for me, so I didn't actually manage to get a screenshot of the battle group stats, but I think we had 2 deaths in our battle group, which is, again, you know, step in the right direction. Like, I think it was Meta who was saying in our chat, like 2, if that's our ceiling for deaths as a battle group, that's, you know, that's the right kind of lines, and then obviously work to improve on that. And as you can see as an alliance, just 7 deaths. Again, big step in the right direction. We can keep performing like that, then we'll be competitive and we'll have a good shot against anyone going for Masters. Sub 5 will still be the aim, but 7's not far off, and compared to some of the death scores we've had, again, like I say, it's all about those improvements and stepping in the right direction. This is the first time I'm seeing the actual final results card, so it does look like, unfortunately for Chosen One, they did have a bit of a rough one there, 20 deaths, but no, fair play to them, because they did put up a fight for most of it. To be fair, as far as I saw, the scores were fairly tight when I was checking in during the war. I finished my fights fairly early, I think, and then yeah, didn't really get a chance to check back in, but no, solid win for us. We needed it as well. That pulls us back to 3-all for the season, and with 5 wars to go. So yeah, got to push on and hopefully secure Masters. But yeah, take care. See you in the next video.